Join Ginger and I as we explore the area around Santa Fe, New Mexico. I had not planned on stopping at Los Alamos. I didn't think that Ginger would be interested in seeing Los Alamos and the Los Alamos National Laboratories. I was wrong. After our discussion, we decided that a stop at Los Alamos would be an interesting side trip. Los Alamos National Laboratories is where Robert Oppenheimer suggested to General Groves would be an ideal place to work on construction of a nuclear weapon. He surmised that New Mexico would allow scientists to work together, collaborating as a team, sharing thoughts and ideas in secret, in isolation. In the summer before he started teaching at Berkeley, Oppenheimer was diagnosed with a mild form of tuberculosis. He took a few weeks to recuperate at a ranch in New Mexico alongside his brother, Frank. The property was initially leased by Oppenheimer, but he eventually bought it in 1928. His reaction upon learning it was up for sale was an enthusiastic hot dog. In recognition to this phrase, he would later name the ranch Perro Caliente, which translates to hot dog in Spanish. Oppenheimer now had a permanent piece of the state he loved, New Mexico. In the latter years, he often expressed that his greatest passions were physics and the desert landscape. Rumor has it that General Groves chose Robert Oppenheimer over the many candidates to run the Manhattan Project due to Oppenheimer's more simplistic manner of explaining nuclear fission. Today, the Los Alamos Laboratory conducts research in multiple areas, such as national security, nanotechnology, nuclear fission, space exploration, renewable energy, medicine, and supercomputing. Heightened security is still a large part of the national laboratory environment, and there are warning signs reminding everyone just how tight security is on the property surrounding Los Alamos. The Los Alamos National Laboratory encompasses 50,000 acres surrounding this little town. There is an uneasy feeling that you are being watched with every move you make. Although the device was assembled at Los Alamos, the world's first nuclear test explosion occurred on July 16, 1945. A plutonium implosion device was tested at a site located 210 miles south of Los Alamos, on the plains of the Alamogordo bombing range, known as the Jornada del Muerto. The area was renamed White Sands Proving Ground just before the test. The code name for the test was Trinity. Today this site is known as the Trinity Site. The site was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1965, and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places the following year. History claims that the explosion at the Trinity site could be seen from Oppenheimer's cabin located in Los Alamos. Despite the proximity to the area where the first nuclear bomb was designed and assembled, the area around Los Alamos is teeming with wildlife. Ginger and I saw multiple herds of mule deer playing nearby the road that led to the Los Alamos National Laboratory. Later, in an area still burdened with heavy snow, Ginger spotted a lone coyote off in the distance. We watched the coyote as it silently and patiently stalked a group of prairie dogs. We lost sight of the coyote before it had reached its prey. This was only the third time Ginger and I had seen a coyote in the wild. Once in Yellowstone National Park, once in Big Bend National Park, and here near Los Alamos. In 1879, two prospectors from Leadville, Colorado discovered the riches of Cerillos. Word spread fast of the treasures and soon many Colorado miners swarmed the hills of Cerillos. The following year the railroad arrived. The Atchison, Topeka and Santa Fe Railroad opened a station on the south side of Cerillos. The new town started off as a tent city, but like so many boom towns, quickly grew into a town of many homes, a church, a school, and stores. Cerillos' official Founders' Day is March 8, 1880. Today Cerillos is not only considered a tourist destination, but also a ghost town. St. Joseph Church. St. Joseph Church has been part of Cerillos' history since the beginning. Although the church and village can trace their roots back 4 centuries to the 1600s, when a Franciscan friar established a mission on the Tano Pueblo. The original church was founded in 1884. The current church was completed in 1922. Like most of the period churches in New Mexico, St. Joseph Church is beautifully adorned with painting, sculptures, and stained glass artwork. We were welcomed warmly with open arms by Father Adrian Cisneros. I don't know how often the church has explorers, but Ginger and I felt welcome here. He apologized for the images of Jesus being veiled for Lent. This is tradition in preparation for Easter services. It didn't matter to us. The church was still amazingly beautiful. Madrid, New Mexico is known for the movie Wild Hogs. This small town, just south of Santa Fe, is teeming with boutiques, art studios, antique shops, and souvenir shops. The town was very crowded with tourists. Ginger and I stopped in to see the famed Maggie's Diner from the movie. Saint Francis de Assisi. This small Catholic church in Golden, New Mexico was built in 1839 to honor Saint Francis of Assisi. Restored in 1960, the San Francisco Catholic Church is one of the most photographed sites along the historic scenic byway known as the Turquoise Trail. Abandoned for 20 years, the tiny church now holds Mass every Saturday afternoon. Gold was discovered in Golden, New Mexico in 1825. This was years before the California and Colorado gold rushes. As with many towns created by the gold boom, after the gold became scarce, so did the population. With a population of only 19 people in 2020, Golden, New Mexico is considered a ghost town. Golden still supports this historic church. Colmor, New Mexico, is a true ghost town that I discovered on the website ghosttowns.com. Normally, even towns classified as a ghost town can be researched on the internet. If nothing else, there will be information regarding the town on Wikipedia. Not Colmor. I was shocked that I could even find it on Google Maps. Almost all of the information I found on Colmor was from the ghosttown.com website. Here is what I could find. Colmor, New Mexico was settled in 1887. The name was created by combining the words Colfax and Mora, the two counties that Colmor straddles. A post office was active from 1911 to 1963. The Atchison, Topeka and Santa Fe Railroad came through this part of north-central New Mexico in 1879. The tracks are still active, however there is no longer a stop in Colmor. Walking down the street of Colmor gives the explorer an uneasy feeling of being somewhere that is void of life. The town is deathly quiet, for even a ghost town. The prairie wind is the only sound you hear as you'll walk down the decaying asphalt road. Many of the structures are constructed with mud and straw bricks. This exemplifies the antiquated feeling of the town. Ginger and I were amazed to see graffiti on the walls of the structures. Standing in front of the graffiti, you have to wonder where the culprits came from. There is nothing for miles and miles around. Just open prairie. Despite my disdain for graffiti, I must admit, someone has great artistic talent. They left their mark on a number of structures. Most graffiti tags lack any artistic talent or thought. There is a visible exception to the tags on some of the structures in Colmor. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Be sure to like and share. Until next time.